Hey, Dan, you're going to wonder how it could be November the 2nd, 2024, if I'm currently sitting with a palm tree behind me. But trust me when I say it is November the 2nd, 2024. And this was the day that Preston and I have been really looking forward to. It was the day of a Minnesota United playoff game. They were hosting a game, so they they made it into the regular playoffs. And the first round of playoffs is the best of three. The highest seed between the two teams, or the better record, gets the first and third games at home, and then the worst record team gets the second game at home. So Minnesota United played their first game like 4 days ago in Salt Lake. They won in PKs. So that was exciting. And now this was the second game. So we were super stoked to go up to this. You probably are aware that I've had this cold for a while. Preston got it, whether from us or from somewhere else. It's just really gnarly. He was so sick he could not go to the game, which was really too bad. So Johnny and I, along with Oscar and Amy, and then another kid named Riley, who was on the soccer team at Winona Senior High, the five of us went up. I drove our minivan up, and then fortunately, thank God, Oscar was willing to drive back. He likes to drive. He doesn't mind driving at night. Because kickoff was at 8 p.m., which means the game would be done at 10:30 or later. And we would get home 2 hours after that, or 2.5 hours, because we had to get to the car and get through traffic. Sorry. Woo. I think we're gonna have some thunder coming. We had a really great time, and here is some video from that day. So the whole game, it was a very tight affair. Minnesota ended up going up 1 in the second half, 1-0. Salt Lake then scored, and pretty much from that point that Minnesota United went up, Salt Lake controlled most of the match. It was a very, like I said, very tight affair, a lot of back and forth, but it ended in regulation as a 1-1 tie. In the current MLS playoffs, at least in the first round, which was the best of three games, they go straight from regulation to penalty kicks. So that was fine. Now, before I continue, I know that we were sitting in the supporter section, and I know what it means to sit in the supporter section. But it seems like, oh, see, it's just choking me out. It seems like those who are waving oversized flags should be cognizant of the fact that you might not want to wave the flag the entire match without cease, which is what this guy did. And the whole match, I mean, literally it was like 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off, 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off. Really irritating. And like I said, I understand supporter section, but here is a clip from, they're getting ready to do the PKs, and listen to the people around us screaming at this guy. So, as you can see, I mean, everybody was really frustrated with him because he just, not the least of which was the fact that we couldn't see. But the problem was he was waving it even when Minnesota kickers were going up to kick, which was just a massive distraction for them. So, yeah, I understand. We're sitting in the supporter section, blah, blah, blah. So here is the final penalty kick, which won it for Minnesota United. And it was kind of sad, actually, because Salt Lake failed to show up for the penalty kicks. They did make their first one. Minnesota United made their first one, and then Salt Lake, the Minnesota keeper saved the second one. It was not a great save. It was just a run-of-the-mill save. It was really more of a bad kick than a great save. Minnesota made their second one. Then Salt Lake kicked their next one over the bar. And then Minnesota United made their next one. So now there's like up 3-1. And then on the fourth one, the keeper made... No, I'm off one. Anyway, Minnesota United missed their third one. They kicked theirs over the bar as well. And then on their fourth one, the keeper made a great diving save off his fingertips, off the post for the save. That was awesome. And then Minnesota United, here is their last kick. No, I'm good. I want you in it too. So we had a good time, and a good time was had by all. And the Loons won, and on to the next round of playoffs. And that, as they say, is my story. And I, as they say, I'm sticking to it.